Hi, this is Kim. We're gonna do a little ab workout here. All you need is a ball. You can use the basketball, soccer ball, playground ball, whatever. Start, inhale it up. Exhale, fold it over, reach down to that floor. And again, up. Exhale, fold it over, reach down to that floor, get your back warmed up. Get those abdominals warmed up. Inhale up. Exhale. This time, grab that ball and bring it up. We're gonna go to ball overhead and bring it straight out and down and up and down. Getting those arms warmed up a little bit. Reach it up and overhead. Now you're gonna hold it down. You're gonna go to a flat back. You're gonna take that ball straight over your head and down. Bring it back up. Flat back, straight overhead and down, and lift it back up, down, flat back, reach it up and down. One more, flat back, reach that ball out and down and up. Now at your chest, you're gonna flat back it down, you're gonna press it out, bring those elbows back and lift it up. Flat back, press as if you're gonna pass the ball, bring it back in and up, down, press, in and up, down, press, in and up. And one more. Reach those arms out, bring it in, and we're gonna keep that ball over our head. Take those feet kind of wide, pull those abs in tight. Just gonna reach up and over, and bring it back to center. Reach up and over. And again, up. And with that top hand, I'm kind of pushing the ball, stretching through that whole side of my body. And up and over. And over. Reaching from my fingertips all the way down into my ankles, into my feet. So you can get a little deeper each time you stretch. One more to each side. And reach. And we're gonna take it straight up. We're gonna keep those hips forward. Rotate the shoulders to the side. And again, back to center and rotate to the other side. Keeping your hips forward, but turning those shoulders, twisting that torso. It's imagining you're wringing out a towel. Couple more. And back to center. Take that ball straight out this time. You're gonna rotate, twist. And back. Reach those shoulders around. Pulling your belly button tight to your spine. Keep those hips forward. One more to each side. And back to center. And we're gonna lunge and we're gonna twist. So you're gonna take that ball across and back to center. Front lunge, twist that ball across to the outside of the hip, down to the ankle if you can. Keeping your hips forward, rotate that torso. Stretching through that side body. Making sure your knees aren't going past your toes. Get your knees about 90 degrees. And let's do one more on each side. And we're gonna take it to more of a curtsy lunge. So you're gonna take it to the side and reach. And take it to the side and reach. Pulling those abs in nice and tight. Keep your hips forward. Pull that ball across your body. It's so bright out here, I can't even see if I'm on the screen or not, so I certainly hope I am. Reach across. Let's do one more on each side. And hold. Keep that ball at your chest. We're gonna squat, and as you squat and stand, you're gonna lift a knee up and take that ball across. Pull those abs in nice and tight. Sit back into those hips. Pull that knee across. Twist. One more each side. And hold. Take that ball in between your knees. And we're going to squat. Sit back. Squeeze that ball. Keep your chest tall. Pull those abs in tight. Sit back. Couple more. And hold. Take that ball out. We're gonna move down to the floor, so I'm gonna move here. All right. On your back. We're gonna start there. We're gonna take that ball in between our knees. I don't think you can see me all the way. Let's try that. Sorry. All right, we're gonna take that ball back in between our knees. Pull those abs in nice and tight. Squeeze that ball, lift the hips up. Squeeze your glutes, lift that pelvis up towards the sky. Pressing through the heels, through all 5 toes. Keeping those inner thighs engaged. Squeeze the glutes. Pull those abs in tight, lift your pelvis as well. You can keep your arms on the floor if you want. So lift a little higher, press into those shoulders as you lift up. For 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. We're gonna take that ball. We're gonna put it under one foot. Let's start on this side so you can see me. All right, arms down by your sides. You're gonna lift up, pressing through both feet. When you get to the top, you're gonna slide that ball out, bring it in and down. Lift it up, slide the ball out, bring it in and down. As you lift up, make sure those knees go straight up and not out to the side. Press evenly through the bottom of the foot that is on the floor. Try to lift your hips evenly. And as you take that ball out, try not to let your hips drop. Squeeze those glutes, lift your pelvis, slide it out, bring it back in and down. Lift, slide, in and down. Couple more. Two. And last one. And you're gonna switch sides. Pull those abs in nice and tight. Lift, slide it out, in and down. Press through that entire foot, slide it out, bring it in and down. Don't let your hips drop as you slide that ball out. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze those abdominals, lift your pelvis. Feel free to use those arms to get a little higher. Use your breath to help you. 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, and relax. Take that ball out. We're gonna take those legs straight up to the ceiling, up to the sky. We're gonna reach the ball, try to touch the toes, then take that ball overhead. So legs straight up. If you need to, you can keep your knees in tabletop. You're gonna reach and then take that ball overhead. Tap the floor, reach, lift up those shoulders, and bring that ball back down. Reach, squeeze it up, and extend. Exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. Couple more. Reach, tap those toes, extend it back overhead. And this time we're going to grab that ball with our feet and pass it. Take those arms overhead, drop the legs, grab the ball, switch, pass. Extend it out without letting that back arch. Pull those abs in nice and tight. So as you extend out, your back doesn't arch. If your back starts arching, don't take your feet any lower. Pulling those abdominals tight to your spine. Oops, dropped my ball. Couple more. And hold. All right, we're gonna keep that ball in our hands. Knees are gonna be in tabletop, directly over your hips. Squeeze those knees together. On a 90-degree angle at your hip and at your knees. We're gonna take that ball, we're gonna reach across, over the knees, reach across, over the knees, and across. So the only thing that's moving here is my torso. My hips are gonna be totally still. I'm gonna keep my back flat. Nice long neutral spine. Try to lift that opposing shoulder as you reach across. We're gonna do one more to each side. And then we're gonna take those legs straight. And we're gonna continue. But this time, as we take it to the middle, we're gonna open those legs and reach through. Take it across. Open the legs and reach the ball through. And squeeze those inner thighs back together. Exhale, lift those shoulders up. Couple more. Pulling that belly button tight to my spine. And let's do one more to each side. And hold. All right, we're gonna flip over on our side now. Put that ball in between our legs. You can put it between your knees if you want, or between your ankles, wherever's more comfortable. Maybe in between your feet. You're gonna make yourself as long as possible. Go ahead and lay down. You wanna make sure your hips are stacked on top of one another, your shoulders are stacked on top of one another, your spine nice and long, and your side may be lifted up. So you're gonna lift that ball, squeeze in the inner thighs, lift and up. Trying to move just the legs. So I'm squeezing that squeezing that bottom leg, squeezing that inner thigh up. I'm also lifting with the hip here, with the outer thigh. Keeping my belly button tight to my spine. Try to keep my torso as still as possible as I lift the legs. And now we're gonna add the top part of the body. So you're gonna lift, reach down for those feet. And you can press into your arm if you need to. Reach, squeeze in here. Still keeping your shoulders and your hips stacked on top of each other. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna go into a side plank. Adjust my ball a little bit. So I'm gonna hold it in between those feet. I'll come up on my elbow, reach my top hand, squeeze that ball in between your feet, squeezing those inner thighs. If you need to modify this, you can take the ball down on that bottom leg, still squeezing with that top leg, really pressing in with your inner thigh. So we're gonna hold it up there. Sorry. For 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep that top hip lifted. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. All right, we're gonna go back on our back. Take that ball in between your knees or in between your feet. We're just gonna drop the ball. Keeping the top part of your body nice and still. You can have your hands down by your sides if you need to, under your hips. If you need to, you can also bend your knees and just tap those heels. Bring it back up. You can take that ball in between the feet and drop it. Only go as low as you can without your back arching. Squeeze those inner thighs. For 4 and 3, use your breath. 2 and last one. We're gonna flip over to the other side. Do those sideline obliques. So ball in between your feet. Hips stacked, shoulders stacked, waist lifted, just the legs. Squeeze those inner thighs, squeeze that top hip. Nice long spine. You could have your head down. You could have a pillow if you needed to. Squeeze it up. Try to get those feet up as high as you can. For 4 and 3, 2, 1. We're gonna add that top part. Just lift. Reach for the foot. Press into the arm if you need to. Pull that belly button tight to your spine. Keeping my hips and my shoulders stacked. So as I lift up, I'm not rolling back onto my hip. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna go into that side plank. So ball can stay in between your feet, lift up and hold, or you can take that ball under the top foot, bend that bottom knee underneath. Still keeping that nice long spine. Pull that belly button tight. Reach your hand to the ceiling if you can. Lift that hip. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. All right, take that ball out. We're gonna sit on our backs, or lay on our back. We're gonna take that ball and rest it on our shins. So on your back, knees and tabletop. Rest that ball on your shins, on your ankles. We're gonna try to hold it here, keeping that lower body nice and still. You're gonna crunch and down. Lift. Lift those shoulders as high as you can. Keep your elbows out wide. Exhale at the top. Blow that air out. Lift those shoulders. Pull that belly button in tight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to bring it up. Rotate right, rotate left, middle, and down. Lift it up, rotate, rotate, middle, down. Up, rotate, really keeping those hips on the mat, and down. Up, rotate, and down. Up, make sure your lower back is not arching. Up, rotate, up. One more, up, and down. Take that ball out. We're gonna put that under our heels. Legs out straight. Under your heels, under the back of your ankles. And we're gonna really challenge ourselves and try to do a full sit-up without letting that ball go anywhere. So you're gonna keep those heels on, pull those abs in nice and tight. Come up, reach up to those toes, and bring it back down. Now, if you can't get up there, go as high as you can, and then bring it back down. Try not to force it. Try not to throw the arms. Pull those abs in tight, tuck that pelvis, and reach. Couple more. And last one. Tuck that chin to your chest, roll it up bone by bone. And bring it down and relax. You can let that ball roll out. Put your arms over your head, reach from your fingertips to your toes, and stretch it out. Bring one leg back. Pull back in on that hamstring. Flex your foot and point and flex and switch legs. Pull back behind that hamstring, flex and point and flex. Bring both knees to your chest. Pull those shoulders back and down. Pull your lower back down. Trying to make the biggest imprint that you can on that mat. Roll your ankles around and the other way. And release. Roll yourself up, grab behind those hips, or behind those thighs, sorry. Sit back into a child's pose. Take your arms over your head, forehead down to the mat. Pull your shoulders away from your body. Keeping that forehead down, bring your hands behind your back. Clasp your hands, lift them up and away. Hands down. Cat stretch, pull that belly button up. Lift your spine, tuck your chin to your chest. And drop it into a cow. Look up to the ceiling, up to the sky, lift that chin. Sit back on your heels, inhale up. Exhale. And you are done. Thanks for joining me. Enjoy your day.